I just rolled the credits on Pokémon Legends ZA, and it was excellent. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best times I've had with Pokemon games in years, ironically since Pokemon X and Y. Now, although the game is far from being a masterpiece and it is even further from reaching the full potential the Pokemon IP has, in the departments where it actually matters, it truly shines. So here's 5 reasons why I think Pokemon Legends ZA is a solid 7 out of 10. Hi there fellow Nintendo gamers, my name is VeggieVulture and this is my actual review of Pokémon Legends ZA. Now, by now you've probably already seen a bunch of reviews either lifting the game up and saying it's one of the best Pokemon games ever made or completely burning it to the ground. Well, I landed somewhere in the middle and I think Pokémon Legends ZA deserves a solid 7 out of 10 because in the departments where it truly matters for me as a gamer, it actually absolutely shines. So in this video right now, I want to go into 5 reasons why the game is a 7 out of 10, why it shines, where it matters, and why you should just pick it up if you're a Pokemon fan. Really quickly, before we do that, I'm still giving away a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller to one of my subscribers. All you need to do is click the video that I've linked somewhere around here on the top or on the bottom, subscribe on my channel through that video, comment on that video. Just do the things that I say in that video. That's all you need to do to be in the running towards winning a Switch 2 Pro controller. Reason number 1 why I think Pokémon Legends ZA is an incredibly cool and excellent game is the aesthetics. Now, we all know that the buildings in Lumio City are cardboard boxes with JPEGs slapped to the side of them, and I don't like that. I like that as little as you like that. I just think they should put some more effort into it. But the reality of it is when you're gaming, when you're actually playing the game and not looking at it through a YouTube video, not looking at it at a screenshot, not looking at a streamer that is playing it, you actually stop noticing it after like 20 minutes. You stop noticing it and it truly is an aesthetically pleasing game. Now, the city itself is sometimes a little bit empty, sometimes people are standing around and all that stuff, but they make well up for that in some departments, like for example the character models of the characters that are your friends and your own character, but also the character models of the Pokemon. The Pokemon models and the battle models and everything going on through the battles and all of that stuff are just really good. Like there's like blasts going and fire going and electricity going everywhere, and that kind of stuff really shines. Also, when you are playing through the story, you are taken into some of the interiors of the city. Some you repeatedly visit, some you visit only once, but most of these, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 of these, are really well done. Like the inside of the hotel is really nice, the office buildings that you go into are really nice. There are some parts in the end game, no, not the end game, but near the end of the story, of the actual base story of the game, where there's some interiors that are really well done. Then there's also, weirdly, some parts of the city just actually look pretty good, like the grass is moving and like the water looks pretty good at some places. And there is of course the underground sewer system, spoiler alert, well I said that too late, but anyway, there's a sewer system which also has a really good vibe to it. And that's the thing, the general aesthetics of this game are just really good. There is some lazy parts which I think have to do with a lower budget. That don't make it a $70 game when you really zoom into it. But overall, when you're playing it, you're not really noticing it, and aesthetically, it's actually a pretty damn pleasing game. Reason number 2 is the story. Now, Pokemon games always have a tendency to be super superficial through like the first half of the story. You're like catching Pokemon, beating trainers, and you get like hints of what is going on in the world, and there's some new characters introduced, and it's always like super slow. And then by the end, they just put the weight of the entire world on your shoulders. You're like a teenager, and other games you're like even a kid. Right now, you're a teenager, and they just put like the weight of the world, like an entire city. There could be like thousands of people dying if you don't save the city, that kind of weight of the world on your shoulders. And the story, the first half I was like, nah, I'm enjoying it, but the second half to like the last quarter, I really damn enjoyed it. And the final act of the game I don't want to spoil too much of it, but there's this end boss fight type of thing going on, and it's more than just like standing there and trying to defeat it, but because of the battle mechanics of the game, you're dodging, they're trying to attack you because you're the trainer who's trying to stop it, and that kind of stuff. And then there's all of these characters, like all of the characters that you meet kind of just all come in and help you out, and it is all of this like we're the city against the evil entity type of thing. It is so freaking rewarding. I love the story. It's nothing like new in a sense that it's completely new or it is completely different from other Pokemon games. It's just really, really well told. And yes, I would have liked voice acting in this one. Voice acting would have increased the quality of this game by a ton. If it had voice acting, proper voice acting, this game would be an 8 out of 10 for me. But the story itself, the characters in the story, the story beats just like the story beats, and then the final quarter just completely nailed it on that front for me personally. Reason number 3 is the sound design and the general atmosphere. The sound design in this game is, I think, the best a Pokemon game has ever had. I'm not saying it is anything incredible with like the effects or whatever, but it is generally the music. There's a few reasons why I like the music. First of all, the music comes in at the right times. Like the right different types of music really come in at the right times. There is this music that you get when you are traversing the city and just walking around the city, going to battle zones and going to do side quests, just walking around and sightseeing. There's this really cool French tune. I don't know what makes it French, but it sounds French. It's just this cool French tune to it. It's laid back and you start humming along with it. And then when you get into battle, there is this bass guitarist somewhere who absolutely... I'm a bassist, by the way. I've always been a bassist my entire life. I'm an above average bassist. I can say that of myself. And this bassist in this game, I don't know what he does, but it's just and it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy, the music in this game, but also the atmosphere that comes with that. Like I said, in like the graphics department of the game, you have like these really cool interiors, and some of these interiors are really dark. Other interiors are more meant to be somewhat lighthearted and fun, and the music always absolutely 100% resembles that. Also, every time you go into Hotel Z, which is like your main base of operations, the same tune begins. It's not a tune that you want to stop listening to after a while. It's a tune that you actually get used to and start humming along to. And the darker parts of the game also have these tunes that actually make the atmosphere even better. And this all adds to the aesthetics of the game. With aesthetics, I mean like the actual aesthetics for your eyes, but also for your ears, which combine into like this great atmospherical game in your brain. Fourth reason is the new battle mechanics. Now, there's a lot to be said about the battle mechanics, and they are not perfect, but they are fun. They're so fun. Now, they're quick, and the reason I like them is because they feel like the anime. You feel like Ash fighting other Pokemon because you're standing there and you're in real time telling your Pokemon what to do and reacting to whatever is happening. And oh my god, they're going to do a Hydro Pump, so you quickly do this dig move, or you do this Mega Evolve thingy, because when you are Mega Evolving, there is this tiny little bit of time that you're invincible for some reason. Might be a bug, but it's really cool, that timing aspect of it, and that just feeling like the anime. It's just really cool. Now, there's some downsides to it. For example, I've noticed, Sam, my main Nintendo buddy, he noticed that there is no abilities in the game. Like, there's no Pokemon that have, for example, the levitate ability. There's Pokemon that clearly levitate, but they don't have that ability to them. Which means, if I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong, but normally levitating Pokemon are completely... You cannot touch them with an attack like Earthquake, a really powerful attack that my Alpha Excadrill that I gotten from Sam, had... it's powerful, but it also does damage to levitating Pokemon, because there is no levitation. And those kinds of abilities are just not in a game, and I don't know why they left that out, might be an oversight, might be like the money, we're out of money, we just need to release a game like this, we just forget about the abilities. I don't know. That's just a thing about it, but otherwise, I really like the abilities. There's still IV training, there's still EV training, there's quick and dirty battles. Absolutely love that, absolutely love the battle mechanics. And the main reason, the fifth reason why I like this game the way I like it, is because it feels like the anime. I've already touched upon it, I've already said it, but it's not only the battle mechanics. I'm gonna say something controversial about Pokémon Legends ZA right now. You're probably going to beat my ass if you ever meet me, but the fact that the buildings are just JPEGs actually adds to the anime feeling of it. The old school anime, I've watched new episodes of old school and even like recent anime of Pokemon. It is also true that the characters are detailed, the Pokemon are detailed, but the backgrounds are almost never detailed. There's always like this painted backdrop or something like weird going on there, or like these buildings are also just squares with JPEGs slapped to the side of them. There's nothing three-dimensional feeling about those things, and adding all of that together with like great sound design, which the anime has, the battle mechanics, which the anime has, Pokemon character details and character details of the actual human beings, which the anime has, and a great story, which all of the animes and the movies of Pokemon actually have. Well, almost all of them actually have. So the game actually feels as if you're playing your own confined version of a Pokemon movie, basically. And all of that combined, for me the game is a solid 7 out of 10. I wish they did more for Pokemon. I wish Pokemon would someday reach its full potential, be a vast MMORPG-like world, like Scarlet and Violet, but like 10 times bigger and better and actually performing well and that kind of stuff. I wish Pokemon would someday reach that level. But for now, just to keep my Pokemon itches scratched, a 7 out of 10, a solid 7 out of 10 is good, it's excellent, and I will take it any day. And now, after rolling the credits, I will probably keep playing it because I'm going to now EV train and IV train my Pokemon and absolutely beat living crap out of every other Pokemon I meet online. And until next video, bye bye.